Redundancy. Redundancy. This is a word that has gained so much popularity within the past half of the year. And if you find yourself not worrying about this word, not thinking it can happen to you, not concerned about what redundancy can do, then go on and scroll out of the video. If you're still here, then it means that maybe redundancy has happened to you. Maybe you are worried it may happen. Maybe you are praying it does not happen. Now, this video is going to cater for expatriates who are in the Middle East. Let's just say Middle East. There is no need to broaden the scope right now. If you are still here, please do not be in a hurry to scroll out. I have a list here of things which are going to verily assist our lives. Maybe if something in this list does not work for me, it may work for you. And please be available to assist somebody once this works for you. A lot of us have received this. A lot of us have signed letters related to this. A lot of us have signed our termination letters. A lot of us are pretty much relating to this. Now, we are professionals, we are educated, we are loyal, we are people that once upon a time our companies could rely on. They knew that I can count on that stuff. They knew that this person has every potential to bring financial gain to this company. They could count on it. Through this topic, first of all, starts with understanding and acknowledging that some of you were laid off not because of incompetence or not because of where you come from or not because you cannot bring anything to the table, but because the company could just not sustain you. So we have a list of things here that you do not need to spend money that you don't have to survive. Some of us are here having signed our redundancy letters, but we are not ready to get repatriated back to our home countries. Some of us, we have not laid a foundation there that we are ready to go back to. So if you're joining us halfway, we are talking about redundancy. So I'm gonna put it here to make it a little bit more relatable. I have put down a list of things I will be doing, and I want a few people to do it with me, and let's see how we can help ourselves, the societies, and the people that we have back home who have been depending on the little income that we get while we are here. I have a car and I have a license, so I want to see if I register with the Uber or anything like that, if I am going to be able to at least cover 1 or 2 bills. So this is something that a few people have started doing, and I am also going to adopt that and see how it's going to impact me. Now, the challenge is that the car will need more service. You are more prone to getting traffic fines. Fatigue is gonna be there, but I have been working and I've been getting fatigued all the same. So you cannot expect to have your cake and eat it. If you think you have a license, you're a good driver, you're reliable, you have your car in good condition, and you are within UAE, you can register for some of this. I think now there is flexibility to do it, so go on ahead. Don't beg for bread while you can do this. Okay, the second one is become a content creator. So some of these online platforms will pay you for creating content on their behalf. I have received a few influencer approaches with some of these fashion houses. Maybe the reason why I did not readily get into that is because I thought that I have something to go back to, but now that I don't have anything to go back to, I am gonna grab that opportunity. Maybe get free clothes, wear them, take photo in exotic places, and then put some hashtags on my post on Instagram or whichever social media outlet that you decide to use, and you can make a little bit of money on that. So if you have a good following on your social media, this is something you wanna try. Okay. Then there is this odd jobs on my number 3 list. This could include things like laundry, things like cleaning. You know, there are people that take in days cleaners, like you clean for them their houses on an hourly basis. Now, there are a lot of people who right at this juncture cannot have a live-in housemaid. Now, what do you have to lose? If you are cleaning your house, you stay in that house without food. If you know you can clean and there is somebody else who is lazy, who maybe have a health condition, who was used to having a housemaid but they can now not sustain, these people will still need some of these household chores done for them. So you can check. There is a lot of people on this Dubizol that they ask for, you know, situations required. Just go to the classifieds. You will find people who need maybe nannies, maybe laundry people, someone to just come and clean their house and go, and they are getting paid. If you go through agencies, maybe they pay them in the range of 30, 45 to 50 dirham per hour. You can be a little bit lower because you are not coming through an agency that will insist on a commission. You have already been humbled by redundancy, so do not make it worse for yourself by trying to put a status on people. Right now, you are simply ensuring that you do not go hungry. Okay, there are some nannies and au pairs and pet workers. All they fall in this category of odd jobs. So if you are going to consider that, there's a lot of Facebook groups that post for jobs like walking the pet. If you know you love dogs, want people to just take their dogs outside, clean their dogs and something like that. So if you are a pet lover, you have an opportunity of making at least maybe 100 dirhams, or let's just say if it's only 200 dirhams in a week is enough to feed you if you are staying in the UAE alone. Good money that can actually keep you going. So try and consider that. Okay, the 4th thing that I'm going to do is rent out my car. Rent out my car, yes, because this will be applicable only if you have a car and your car is in good condition and well maintained. I will consider doing this because a lot of people who have been doing car lifts, now the honest truth is that people are afraid of going through the metro or the bus or places of crowding. Of course, they have put a lot of precautions to make sure that the metro is not crowded and stuff like that, but still you cannot overrule that. So there are people who are now, they don't own vehicles, all right, but they just want to minimize the risk of contracting anything because now there's just a lot of things to be afraid of. So I may rent out my car if I find somebody responsible who is going to give me a little bit of money rather than just keeping the car in the parking. And maybe some people are not yet even done with their auto loan. You can save on that instead of keeping your car in the parking, gathering all the dust it can, paying for it and not using it. All right, okay, my next is Airbnb. Now Airbnb is not applicable for me because I live in a studio setting, but now this is the thing. Here in my studio, I thank God that I have had the opportunity to host people who needed shelter for one reason or another. Now I've hosted somebody for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, a number of people I have had the opportunity to host right here in this studio. Now I have hosted them for nothing. Now a time has come that I need a hand in settling my rent. I don't have anything to lose if there is a certain lady somewhere who is also used to their personal space and has appreciated their privacy and has ensured they have their privacy secure, who is equally like me, quite clean and, you know, just a nice person all rounded. If I get somebody like that, that we can in the meantime share my rent, it would be of great benefit to me instead of being kicked out of the apartment that I have been living on. So Airbnb would be applicable for those of you who have an extra room or something like that. I will also put that out on any of a Facebook post and say housemate wanted. So if somebody will find that we are compatible, they can come and stay with me and we can share on the rent. We have always done that. There's nothing wrong with going back to where it all started. Okay, the 6th on my list is Distributor. Now, there is a lot of distributing firms, and actually it has become a lot more popular during this time of COVID-19. Many people are afraid to go outside, so the margin through which online shopping has shot is almost by 400%. So many people who used to go physically in the shops are now shopping online. That means that the demand in delivery has now increased. If you have taken note, if you stay within the United Arab Emirates, and I presume any other country within the Gulf region, you have noticed that we have a lot more motorbikes in our streets than we used to have pre-COVID-19. That means there is more people doing deliveries, because the kind of motorbikes we see is not sports activities. Let's just face it. If you have a license for a motorbike, or even if you want to do it with your car, or it's a means that you will get some coin or ensure there is food on your table. So do not waste that. The 7th on my list is a transcription. With the whole COVID-19 situation, most people are working from home. In fact, COVID-19 has helped us understand that some jobs don't really even need anybody to go to the office. They can just stick home and work from there. And I think a lot of rents are going to be saved if some companies permanently adopt the work from home setup, because some roles, honestly, we have seen it. It has been proven through this COVID-19 situation that some people do not need to wake up early to go and sit somewhere and drink coffee and do nothing. They can literally do it in the comfort of their own home. Transcription comes into play that when people meet virtually, nobody really gets to sit down and write the minutes of the meetings. So a transcriber, if you are fast in typing, a lot of small-fingered ladies, if I could single out a specific people, Filipina ladies, they are very fast in typing. They can hit that 70 words per minute. So if you can receive, let's say, a video conference of maybe 45 minutes, 40 minutes, and you can make sure you transcribe that in an hourly basis. It means in a day you can do up to 5 or 6 transcriptions. You are literally making more money than the one you've been making while you are a barista in some coffee shop. All you need is a computer and maybe some earphones and you're done. You don't need any inventory to start this. I have already identified a couple of sites that I am going to register with, and as soon as I finalize on that, I am going to share the links down below on the description box. My list is become an online teacher. With all this COVID-19 situation, children are schooling from home, and let's face it, a lot of fathers and a lot of mothers cannot be teachers. They cannot. So if you can be a teacher for English language, for Arabic, for whichever language, it can be very beneficial for you. They have the very integral part of the language. So you can go online and teach Arabic, teach French, teach whichever language that you are speaking. Do not overrule or underestimate yourself. You can do it. All you need to do is have a computer with a webcam on it and you are all set. All right. I have something about starting an online boutique. Okay, this will not apply to me because it's not that it's something that I don't fancy, or it's not that it's something that I think I cannot pull out. It just needs some kind of dedication. It just needs some kind of fashion style. It takes a lot more on somebody being interested in something particular, whether it's fashion or whatever. So if you are a fashionista, come on, get on styling people online and make this money. So all these are things you can start off as you wait for the economy to bounce back, and you must have a growth mindset, and you have location independence, which is going to be your home. So these are things that you may want to consider. So this, in the meantime, is my job. And of course, you can start a YouTube career or whatever it is. Like, I have started YouTube, and now it has given me a lot of personal development on image, on self-confidence, on a lot of things. And even sitting down like this to come up with content, it has really sharpened how I look at things and do things with my general life. So here we go. I don't know when and if YouTube will ever pay me, but I am just satisfied with the opportunity to be able to share wisdom, to be able to share knowledge, insight with all of you. Let me know in the comment box below what you'd like me to feature in my incoming videos, and I will do my best to research about it, compile it in a video, and share it with you all. Do have a great afternoon. Remember to subscribe. I think this is the second video that I'm actually asking for subscription and sharing and liking and commenting. Oh, by the way, liking and commenting kind of lifts my video in the YouTube algorithm, so please don't deny me that. Please. All right, thank you all so much. Have a lovely afternoon.